4 tips to tell you about pig feeding. Published by Creative Enzymes. Shared by a professional veteran with extensive experience in animal husbandry. I have been working in animal husbandry for more than 20 years, and I learned experience and lessons from failures and gains. Animal farming is not as simple as crop cultivation. It's something that requires a lot of patience and energy to do well. Animals, like people, have a variety of physiological and even emotional needs, which requires you to take care of the breeding environment, feed nutrition and disease prevention as well as treating a friend. Now I'll share some experience in raising pigs. The proper use of some tips in raising pigs will not only save effort, but also ensure the health of piglets and sows. The following tips will be hopefully helpful for you. One. Raw feed and cooked feed. Depending on the characteristics of feed types, raw or cooked feed is determined. The principle of reducing loss of feed nutrition, increasing utilization rate, and preventing poisoning and diseases should be taken. Concentrated feed such as leguminous seeds, rapeseed cakes, cottonseed cakes and potatoes should be cooked to prevent poisoning due to their toxic substances. Corn, wheat, sorghum and all kinds of green fodder should be raw. 2. Dense feed and sparse feed. Sparse feed reduces the secretion of digestive juice and the absorption of feed, because of its high water content and small irritation to intestine and stomach. Therefore, the feed for pigs should be raw dried and raw wet. The feed after the process of fermentation, silage and chopping is better to knead and disperse. But you need to supply enough water after feeding. 3. Feeding times. Feeding times is determined according to the type, age, seasons and feed properties of the pig. There is no feeding limit for 7-day-old suckling pig. For the suckling pig from the age of 20 days to weaning, you can feed more than 6 times a day. You can feed 4 or 5 times a day for weaning piglets. Lactating sows and sows in late pregnancy can be fed 4 times a day. Feeder pig, big pig and boar can be fed 3 times a day. Based on the above situation, you can add 1 or 2 feeding times in summer and 1 in winter night. 4. Whey powder should be added to suckling pig feed. Because the digestive system of newborn suckling pigs is not well developed, they lack various digestive enzymes, such as amylases, proteases and so on. They can't digest and absorb starch in feed to supply energy for metabolism. The lactose contained in whey powder can be directly absorbed by suckling pigs and converted into energy for the growth and development of suckling pigs. At the same time, lactic acid produced during the decomposition of lactose in whey powder can improve the acidity of gastric juice and feed digestibility of suckling pigs. Therefore, 5-10% whey powder should be added to the pig feed. The younger the piglets are, the more they need to be added. In conclusion, raising pigs is a systematic project, which requires you to pay attention to seedling selection, ingredients, management and disease prevention. It's not easy to raise pigs, but it is not an impossible thing to do. We must grasp the knowledge of pig feeding scientifically, and constantly sum up and improve it in practice. I privately suggest that when choosing feed additives, you should choose reliable brands such as Creative Enzymes to avoid harmful effects. Thanks.